We have 2 games left to determine who plays in the Super Bowl. We got the Packers and Seahawks, which I'm very much looking forward to, and the Colts and Patriots. Neil, start with you. Who do you got out of those teams?
Sticking with the Seahawks. There's very few holes in their game. We talked about it a little bit before the show.
Yeah.
Perhaps they don't have a big-time wide receiver, but their passing game is solid.
Yeah.
They can run the ball. They can stop the run. Obviously, their secondary with Richard Sherman is clearly an asset.
And Cam Chancellor, who may be playing the best football right now.
Without a doubt, steals people's souls or some Mortal Kombat thing. And, especially, this is truly a team that's clicking on all cylinders. I don't know how you stop them at this point. You stop one part of their game, they still have 3 others that can beat you. So I'm sticking with Seattle.
Marissa, who do you like among those final 4 teams?
I agree with Neil, actually.
Mark it down. Historic moment.
Right. Make sure you archive this.
Yeah, we will.
The Seahawks really have proven themselves to be unbeatable at this point. Although at the same time, Andrew Luck comes in with that neck beard, that lucky neck beard.
Yeah. Well, it seemed to work pretty well for him, right?
It's true.
Dan, do you have a favorite?
It would be hard to go against Seattle. I think the team that has the best chance to beat them, to me, is pretty clearly the Patriots, which also seems obvious, but they have much better health. Tom Brady's healthy and Aaron Rodgers isn't. That's what it comes down to me, in terms of who has a better chance to beat them. And, Belichick maybe comes up with a 3-man offensive line or whatever, 1-man offensive line, and throws Seattle off.
Well, we saw what Seattle did to another great quarterback, Peyton Manning. We saw what the Giants did to Tom Brady to win those Super Bowls. Is that a kind of scenario you can see unfolding if they end up meeting the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but it's not like Tom Brady was left helpless by the Giants. Those were 2 competitive games.
Yeah,
it wasn't what happened with Peyton. I think the Patriots, like when you say they're unbeatable, I think the Patriots could beat the Seahawks. And usually, like we've talked about over the past couple of weeks, usually what we think is going to happen in the NFL postseason doesn't.
Would they have to do it through trickeration and the trick plays that they pull?
They ran 7 running plays last week, and they managed to win a playoff game through that. I think they have interesting ways to win games. I think the Patriots could do it.
Well, don't you, Neil? Do you think the Patriots, the Packers, at least are built a little bit to compete in this time of the year because now they can run the ball? They have Eddie Lacy. They don't have to necessarily rely on Aaron Rodgers. I know the Seahawks have a stout run defense, but they're going to try to run the ball.
Right, but Aaron Rodgers being hurt takes away the deep part of the field, so they're really left with Devontae Adams catching those 9-yard passes and below. The Seahawks are deep enough that they can stop something like that, and then you're really limiting it to Eddie Lacy, like you said. But the Seattle has the best or top 3 run defense in the league, so it's not like you can even exploit them that way. It's going to be very difficult, and not having 100% Aaron Rodgers, I think, makes it not impossible, but I think it's even more in favor of the Seahawks.
There were times last week where it seemed like obviously Rodgers would run if he were healthy. Because he's a quick dude and he wasn't.
Well, we remember Dallas went in there and loaded up on DeMarco Murray and they beat Seattle. That's how you do it. You gotta kind of wear him down. I know it's easier said than done.
You haven't given your pick yet.
My pick is the Packers. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. I do think right now among the 4 he's the best quarterback going, even though he's a little dinged up. If they can give him any kind of time.
One leg.
I know that running game, though, changes things. Before he didn't have a running game. Now Eddie Lacy's starting to go. But I know it's a long shot, but that's why we watch the playoffs, right?